All right, Josh, you're asking me why can't they just fire Letitia, aka the actress for Shuri, from being on the Black Panther movie because she's unvaccinated and now she's stuck in London. And I'm going to explain that entire situation and why it's not feasible. But I do want to open this up by stating, while I do advocate for getting vaccinated, this video is not about being vaccinated or unvaccinated, and everything I'm about to state is from my research on Google. I am not a legal expert, and I did some research to see what the situation actually was. So let me fill you in. So the current situation at the moment is that the actress Letitia, who plays Shuri, is unvaccinated, and she's been openly vocal about being unvaccinated. This has caused a large political rift that Disney has had to deal with the people who don't want to get vaccinated and the people who want to get vaccinated constantly arguing over what they should do about Letitia. But what has generally happened is that Disney is ignoring it. They're just ignoring it, and they're filming Black Panther 2 as intended. We don't know the plot, we don't know what's going to happen, but it's a pretty safe assumption that Shuri is going to take up the role of Black Panther, or at least be a very prominent role in this movie while they look for a new Black Panther. All of this has now come to head because travel mandates that you have to be vaccinated to travel into the United States. And she has been stuck in London, which will now hold up production or cause other potential issues. The question everyone has been asking that I have been seeing blowing up on Twitter and I've been seeing blowing up on the internet is, why don't they just fire her? Well, there's quite a few reasons for that. First off, Disney is a giant conglomerate. They're a huge company, and they cannot discriminate against a single person because they're unvaccinated. So the first answer of just fire her for being unvaccinated, that can't fly. If Disney were to go the route of mandating all of their employees to be vaccinated, that would be a huge legal undertaking for them to do. Because would it apply to the parks? Would it apply to the other movies? Would it apply to their offices, corporate, or food, or the Disney chain of stores and malls? How far would this mandate go? The next question is, can employers actually mandate you get vaccinated? Well, actually, you are legally able to do that. But it comes with its own caveats, such as if someone doesn't want to get vaccinated, you have to supply them with some form of leave. The references that I've read online are, it would be the equivalent of like a pregnancy leave. So basically, if someone doesn't want to get vaccinated, you're giving them the amount of time to go and take care of that. The OSHA mandate basically states that if you don't want to get vaccinated, then you need to be tested once a week. Once again, not forcing people to get the vaccine. So the only thing that Disney could actually do would be to make a mass mandate within their own company demanding that people get the vaccine. But I guarantee you a company as large as Disney has more than Letitia not wanting to get vaccinated. So that would be going down across all of Disney. And once again, would it involve everything as far down as the malls and other movies? Where would it go? So for Disney to come down and say, you're fired for not being vaccinated, that would cause so many legal problems for them and so many issues for them that it's just not worth the hassle. And that's why up until now, they haven't done anything. Now the question is, since she cannot come back for filming, what will that cause? But I can almost guarantee you, while the underlying situation would most likely be that she wasn't vaccinated and that was why she eventually got fired, that would not be what Disney states. There would be some other reason why she was let go. Either she couldn't fulfill a certain part of her contract, she couldn't fulfill a social media requirement, or something along those lines. They would not just say, you're fired because you're unvaccinated, because that would open up so many doors and so many problems for Disney on a corporate level for making that a mandate. Because it would be a mandate or discrimination. They would have to find another reason to officially let her go if they were to go that route. Or they just delay Black Panther 2 since they're trying to figure out what's going on and waiting for the whole mandate to be lifted, and then they don't have to worry about it at all. This is Disney and the MCU. They can afford to delay this movie indefinitely until the pandemic is at a point where we're not worried about vaccination or unvaccination. So that's why they won't just fire Letitia for being unvaccinated. And there's your answer.